This segment of DelmarvaLife is sponsored by CustomFit360.
If you're not aware by now, please be so. February is Heart Health Month. We have been discussing it a lot lately, spreading awareness on how to spot the signs of heart attacks and advice on how to avoid them. You've heard it before. Eat right and exercise.
You hear it a lot, and that sounds great, but what does that actually mean? When the rubber meets the road, what exercises should we really be focused on? What should we incorporate or remove from our diet? Well, helping us delve a little deeper today is Kelly Kravchenko. She is the general manager with CustomFit360. So good to see you.
It's good to see you, and happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
Valentine's Day, yes. So, can you talk about exercise? You know, I feel like we just keep hearing, you need to exercise, you need to exercise. Well, what exercise do we need to do?
Yeah, so February is Heart Health Month, so we're talking a lot about our clients with just what they can do day to day, in and outside of the studio. But for the average person, if you're not resistance training, that's like the #1 thing you can do. So resistance training 2 to 3 times a week, on top of like a walking program or a lower impact program that you can do daily.
When you say resistance training, you mean like with weights or with bands or something like that?
Yeah, so for everyone that's different. That could be if you're not working out at all, starting with just body weight movements at home. If you don't have a gym readily available, if your schedule doesn't allow for it, even picking up like bands off of online or grabbing a kettlebell or a couple of dumbbells and just doing a circuit. Really just meet yourself where you're at now, and then of course the more advanced you get, the more you would want to increase the weight, increase the reps, maybe going to a gym and starting with a trainer or following, you know, a certain program.
Right.
Yeah.
We often hear the terms anaerobic and aerobic thrown around. What do those mean?
So with and without oxygen. So when we're talking about heart health, you want to have days where you are low impact walking, maybe you're doing weight training, but your heart rate's not getting super elevated consistently. But then a couple times a week, you want to stress the system out a little bit more, get the heart rate raised up a little bit to the point where you're out of breath, you can't really hold a conversation anymore. We don't have to sustain this as long. It's a different, more stressed out energy system. It's getting your heart rate to go up and then go back down.
And that could be as simple as like jumping jacks, maybe?
Oh yeah, like you can make up a workout at home, you could take a group class, but even doing things like mountain climbers, jumping jacks. A lot of our clients that maybe feel uncomfortable to jump, ball slams, battle ropes, things that you repeat quickly. So even doing the same exercise, but adding a tempo to it.
Do a burst.
Yeah, making a power movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Exercise, and the other half is eat right.
Eat right
Yes.
diet.
How should we try to structure our diet?
Try to eliminate processed foods from your diet. They're really high in sodium, high in cholesterol, high in fats, and they have a long shelf life, so they're not necessarily the healthiest.
Right.
If you can eat at home as much as you can, and then do most of your grocery shopping on the outside of the grocery store, so fresh fruits, veggies. If you're gonna go for like canned things, stick to like beans and whole grains that you can incorporate in your diet, and then also limit the amount that you're eating out. If you maybe have a favorite restaurant that has a certain dish, maybe try to mimic that dish at home, because then you know exactly what's going into your food.
Okay, all right. If someone's watching and they're just like, I'm out of shape, I don't eat right, where do I, where does Jimmy start?
Where do I start?
The #1 thing to do is choose one thing and just start with that small change for like a week. And if you get that down, then add the second thing, and then add the third thing. So maybe you're not working out right now, start with 1 day of workouts a week.
And if folks want to just come and visit CustomFit360, you have an open house?
Yes, we do. So really exciting. February 20th at 5 o'clock at our Ocean View location. We have an open house. Everyone is welcome. And our owner, Eric Schreiber, will be hosting a seminar there where he's talking about basically getting over the hump. Maybe you've had goals that you've set in the beginning of the year and you've fallen off course. So he's going to talk about some tips to keep you on track. We all lose motivation, so we have to find ways to keep it fun and interesting and still have a social life while we're trying to hit all of our goals.
Sure. Yeah. Such good information, Kelly. Thank you so much for just
Thank you.
really dumbing it down for us.
We need the help and you provided it.
Yes, you did.
Awesome.